on our research and development, which who will be presenting this section will be our director, Mohamed Omar Sari. So Mohamed Omar Sari would like to hear from you on the presentation for on the research and development. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much. I think we should move on at a very faster pace for us to catch up with the time. Okay, let me just share my screen. Okay. So we decided to integrate this webinar on our launching ceremony because of its importance. As we all know, research and development is very, very important. No, there is no dispute about that. So the title for this presentation is Innovate or Stagnate, Mastering Research and Development. So if you don't innovate at all, then you are going to stagnate. And the importance of this particular presentation is that we want to bridge the gap of knowledge within research and development. As we all know, as I've been laying more emphasis on it, that research and development is very, very important, and all of us are well focused for us to contribute towards the development of Sierra Leone, for the development of ourselves. So that can only happen through research and development. So the outline of our presentation is basically we are going to look at the definition of R&D, which is research and development, types of research and development process, basic research process, the structure of a research work or thesis or dissertation, and then we are going to look at the research tools and also the search engines that we can use for us to do an effective research. And also some of these tools are going to be hands-on. So looking at the definition of research and development, it is basically a systematic process that organizations, businesses, and institutions use to innovate, create new products or services, and improve existing ones. Yeah, sorry, getting some. Okay. It is okay. It involves activities aimed at expanding knowledge, finding solutions to problems, and then developing new technologies. So R&D is very, very important. That is, it is the only way that we can renew our knowledge. It is the only way we can create new products and services and improve the existing ones that we already have. So coming to research actually looks at exploration of new knowledge, and it also involves problem identification. So this is very, very important, and as we all know, without research, new knowledge cannot be created. No new knowledge can be created without research. So for us to have new knowledge, then we need to embark on research, and it can also help us on identifying problems, and at the end of the day, provide solutions to those problems. Coming to development has to do with innovation and also creation. It has to do with product improvement, and it also has to do with testing and validation. So after doing your research, coming to the development stage now, it is where you innovate for you to have a particular product or services that you can offer to your clients or the general public. Looking at the types of research, we have different types of research, but on a general scale, we have two types of research. We have basic research, and then we also have applied research. Basic research has to do with the pursuit of knowledge for its own sake and does not have immediate practical applications. So it is a study that you can do, get your findings, and then maybe prepare a report, but it does not have a practical application. It is not implemented practically. You are not getting a product out of it. You are not getting a service out of it. It is not that you get the data, you get the result, and at the end of the day present those particular findings, but they are not implemented practically. Its findings contribute to broader knowledge and may eventually lead to innovations in applied fields. So with basic research, that can actually lead you to apply research, and at the end of the day you can make innovations and other contributions from the basic research that you've done. Applied research basically looks at solving specific problems and addressing practical needs in various fields. So implementing now the research practically has to do with applied research. Where in basic research, you just go, you get the data, you get the information, and then provide solutions. But where in applied research is that the knowledge that you got from basic research is then transformed through innovations and other ways for you to have applied research, which is going to provide products and also services at the end of the day. So research and development has processes. So it starts with creating or generating ideas. You refine the ideas, and then you do basic research. And after basic research, that will lead you now to apply research. And with the apply research, it leads you to development. So this part has to do with the research, and then this part has to do with the development. So after the apply research, you go to development stage, and then you go to the innovation stage. Because certain product, you might have been developing a product, but the economics in developing that product might be costly. So you need to add in innovation for it to scale down the economics, for it to be economic, so that people can go out and then buy it. You can work on a research, like for instance, you want to design a phone, and after doing your research, you end up that your phone will cost $30,000 or $50,000. Very few people will have to go for those phones, because for now, even the most expensive phones are being produced by from iPhone. The most expensive phones are iPhones, and iPhones are not up to that particular cost. So at the development stage, you need to apply innovation so that you can scale up your design for it to be economically viable. For today, we are going to base our webinar on basic research processes. As I said earlier, we have two types of research. We have basic research and then applied research. For the most of the time, we are going to look at basic research, and then in our future webinars, we will look at applied research. For basic research, basically, that is what students does when they are in college, or Techvoot, or maybe in the university. Undergraduate, they call it dissertation. Maybe postgraduate, they call it thesis. So on the process of doing basic research, one, you have to identify the problem. You need to know what I want to do. What type of research do I want to embark on? What study area? So you need to look at a particular problem and say, this is the problem I want to solve. So you have to identify the problem first, review literature on that particular problem. Then after that, you set your research questions, your objectives, and then also your hypothesis. And after that, you need to choose a study design, how you are going to work on your research or study. You need to get a design of your particular research. Then after that, you need to decide on the sample design. What type of sample design should I use? From there, you move on to collecting data. You need to collect data because without data, you cannot do any analysis. So after getting the data, you do your processing and analysis of the collected data. And after that, after collecting the data and you've analyzed your data, then you write your report. Looking at the structure of a research work or thesis or dissertations, it varies from one university to the other or from one college to another. But generally, this is the general structure of a research work or a thesis or dissertation. It starts with a title page, abstract, acknowledgement, table of content, list of tables and figures, and the list goes on and on. On the title page, definitely it has to do with your title of the project or the research. Your abstract is a summary of your research, basically not more than 150 to 350 words. Acknowledgements, people that supported you, want to acknowledge them, maybe institutions. The table of content we know, list of tables and figures we know, list of abbreviations and symbols we know, introduction. And one thing I want to make very clear is that it does not mean the way the structure has been presented should be the way you should do your research. That is not the case. As we all know, you cannot, after the title page, you start writing your abstract. That is not possible. The abstract should be the last section you should write in your research. So the order that has been presented is not the same order you should use when doing your research. Looking at the literature review, which is the most important point, that is where you are going to establish your research gap. Because research gap is the most important thing in research. After doing your research, because there is a lot of information, everybody is doing research, they will ask you, what is your research gap? What is the novelty of this particular work? What are your justifications? And for the research gap or the novelty of the work, we have different types of research gap. We might have a methodological gap. A methodological gap has to do with maybe I've done a study, like for instance in power system. Maybe I'm doing a power system analysis of the Freetown distribution network using a tool called ETAP. And on the methodology, I will have to use, maybe I will be doing load flow and I have to use Gauss-Seidel method. Another student can come and then do the same research on power system analysis and then use Newton-Raphson's method. So that has been a methodological gap. The methodologies are different. Also, you can have geographical gaps. A geographical gap has to do with maybe I'm in the US. I want to do a design of a 200 megawatts grid connected solar PV in the United States. Analyze it in terms of its economical benefit, its environmental benefit. Another student in Sierra Leone can do again the design analysis of a grid connected solar PV system in Sierra Leone. That is a geographical gap because the locations, the location is going to be different, the economical impact will be different, the environmental impact will be different. So you have to establish that this is my research gap before continuing with your study. Without you having a research gap, then that is not research. So we also have the methodology, the steps that you are going to use in getting your results. We have data presentation analysis. We have discussion, you discuss the results, and then after that you conclude. You have your conclusions, and then if you have recommendations to make, you can put them also on your report. And the most important thing also, you have to reference every bit of information you take from another author. You should ensure that you cite it on the work, and at the end of the day reference it. You cannot take another person's work and then just take it and then put it into your work. That is plagiarism. As we all know, in most universities, the plagiarism check or result should not be more than 20%. Although maybe people say, I'm not sure we are keen on that. But for other countries, when you go to other universities, every report, even assignments, when you submit them, they run them on plagiarism checkers, so that they see if you just go to the internet, because now information is everywhere. People can just go and then copy informations and then come, this is work I have done. So you have to be aware of plagiarism. You should not just go and then copy people's work and then come and present it as if it is your work. Then appendices, these are information, supplementary information you just put beneath the research work that are not parts of the main text of the research. So as a way of demonstrations, we are going to look on some of the tools that will help us for us to have an effective research. And I have categorized them into two. We have the AI tools, and then we also have the non-AI tools. The AI tools, as we all know, AI is artificial intelligence. This is a trend that is the talk of the town. Everybody is talking about AI, artificial intelligence. And AI, as we all know, has advantage and it also have disadvantages. So we have to be careful with the way we use those tools, and we have to know that we can use these tools to do this, we can use these tools to do this, we cannot use this tool to do this. So we have to be mindful of their use and then also their importance. We also have non-AI tools, which are the traditional tools we have been using in doing research. So I will exit and then just we'll start off with establishing a research title. How can I come up with a topic? Coming up with a topic is one of the most important things. And as I always advise people, you have to do research on areas that you think you are okay with, and on areas you like to make more effort on. Like for me now, I can't go and then say I want to come and study the behavior of people in Syria. That is not my area of research interest. My research interest might be on power system, might be on renewable energy. So if I go ahead and then get a topic from those fields, I think I can develop the enthusiasm to make more effort for me to do a credible research. But if you go and take a topic that does not interest you at all, then that is going to disturb you when you are doing your research. So on the in establishing research topic and also establishing research gap, we need tools that will help us in doing that. That's why I have stated them here. We have the AI tools and then the non-AI tools. I'll start off with the non-AI tools. People if one we are going to look at, let's look at Google Scholar, what Google Scholar looks like. And Google Scholar is a search engine. Hope you can see my screen. Google Scholar is a search engine. We can just Google. So if you type Google Scholar, it will take you to Google Scholar. And on Google Scholar, it basically houses different types of research papers, publications that have been. You have two sessions here. We have articles and then we have case studies. Like for instance, if you want to search on a particular topic, I can say solar photovoltaic designs as an example. If I enter, you see that it will take me to a lot of research papers that have been published on solar photovoltaic designs. And the most important thing also on Google Scholar is that you can tie your search. You can tie it, like you can sort it. Like for instance, you want papers that have been published within the year 2023. It will take you to all the papers that have been published within 2023. Also maybe 2022, you don't want papers for 2023, you want papers for 2022. Or you can customize a range. Say I want papers from 2000 to 2023. It will give you a whole bunch of papers that are in that particular. So maybe you can just click on it and then it will take you to that particular research. So that is how Google Scholar works. You can work on it more maybe after a webinar. We also have a search engine called Scopus. Also Scopus, you can just go and then type search for Scopus. Scopus is also a database that houses a lot of research papers. It also contains a lot of research papers where you have to sign in and then so that you can get access to those papers also on the list. One of the most powerful tools I see very important in research is this Foxit PDF reader. It's very important. Like for instance, so this might be this might be a research paper, although there's a book. So Foxit, this is a display of Foxit. You can do a lot of things with this tool. Like for instance, if I'm very more interested in this content, I can just possibly highlight this text to a particular color. Maybe I don't like the green, I'll just say yellow. So you see, you can save this for a later date. Like you can go back and then see that, oh, I highlighted this text because it is of importance to me. I want to make use of it maybe when writing my report. So basically, when doing your literature review, this tool might be very important. It might be very important. You can also add notes. You can also add notes here. You can also add notes, like for instance, you can maybe say this text is very important for me. You can add a text and then just keep it, close it, and when you come back, you can just double click on it. Okay, it is blinking, but you can just double click on it, and then you also have typewriter. You can explore this. It is a free tool. You can explore. You also have the typewriter. Write something maybe beneath of a text. This webinar, or cite this. You can say maybe cite this paper for me. Cite this paper at the end of the video, whatever text you want to write. So this is a very important tool you can explore after this webinar. Because of time, we'll just jump over. We have Microsoft Word. Word also is very important in terms of referencing. Word is very important in terms of referencing. You can actually use Word to reference a lot of papers, and you can use the net and then see how best you can take advantage of those. We also have Mendeley. Mendeley is also a very good tool to manage your research papers. They have Mendeley open on my text. It's also a free tool you can access. Mendeley is also very powerful. You can just upload tools, and then you can do a lot of stuffs on Mendeley. For you to search your research. And also we have EndNote, SPSS, Microsoft Excel, Science Hub. Let me just talk about Science Hub. Science Hub is very, very important because Science Hub provides you the opportunity to get a lot of research papers that are paid research papers, because some research papers are not open access papers. So if you want to access them, you need to pay first before you get those papers. So let me just go back to Google Scholar, and the thing started photo design. Maybe let me just see this paper. If you see this paper, I can't download this paper. I can't download this paper because I need to pay for it first. The purchase PDF. So you need to pay for it. But for Science Hub helps you that if this paper is available within Science Hub, you can just get it for free. Let me just show you. SCI Science Hub. Maybe come in here, you click this, come down here, and it will take you to this field. So if you are on Google Scholar, you want this paper now, you can't download it for now because you don't have money. You can just go and then copy what we call the DOI. Just copy it. You just copy this and then come and then paste it into Science Hub, and then Science Hub will take you to that particular research paper. So Science Hub helps you a lot, you see. So now you can just go ahead and then download it and then reference it at the end of it. So it is a very powerful tool that we can leverage on for us to have a lot of research papers. So I also have IE Explore. At the end of the day, we are going to send these particular slides to all of you. So, coming to the AI tools, we have the most talked about ChatGTP. ChatGTP is one of the most powerful tools. You can ask ChatGTP whatever question, it can answer you. Like you see, I've been asking a lot of questions to ChatGTP. But the only thing you should be mindful when using ChatGTP for doing research, because you cannot just go into ChatGTP and then type anything and then get those solutions and then put it into your research work. When they check for plagiarism, they are going to see it as a plagiarism text. They are going to even cite it that you got this thing from ChatGTP. So the only thing, ChatGTP can help you a lot in doing your research. Like for instance, I'm starting off with a research like the integration of distributed generations, or I can say, please tell me about power system analysis. Please tell me about power system analysis. So ChatGPT will tell you power system analysis is a branch of electrical engineering. It's a branch of engineering that deals with the study and analysis of electrical power system and all. You can also type ChatGPT that you can also tell him that or tell it that summarize this work for me. Summarize what you've given me. I don't want a lot of content like this. Summarize the text, the results provided to me. So ChatGPT is going to summarize. So it's only because of time, but it is a very powerful tool that you can leverage on, that can make your research very, very easy. So I'll entreat you maybe after the webinar to check on it. It's also free. You have the free and then the paid version as well. And we go to Research Rabbit. It's also a very, very powerful tool you can leverage on. Research Rabbit, I think I opened it last time. Yeah, it's here. So basically, Research Rabbit, it's a database that houses mostly every paper or article you have to think about. So, like for instance, if you want to add a paper, you can go and type the title. Let me see, power system analysis, and then just chat on Research Rabbit. It is going to give you a lot of papers, lots and lots of papers on Research Rabbit. It is going to give you a lot of papers. So if like for instance, you are interested in this power system analysis, SADAT, like this particular research paper, you can just click add to collection. I've already generated a collection, and to the network, you just go and then add to collection. And at the end of the day, after adding to collection, all these papers are going to be aligned here. So after getting all of these papers, you can see a lot of work that are related to this, similar work that are related to this particular study, which is on distributed generation. You see a lot of papers. It means all these ones are papers within the study of distributed generation. So the green ones are papers that are within your collections, papers that you've downloaded already that are part of your collections, and the blue ones, they are studies that are not part of your collections. So these are work that are similar. You can also have the opportunity to see earlier work as compared to the work that you already have in your collection, previous work that have been done that are not in this of your collection. So you can leverage on this also. Later work, like where they have been done that are not in your collections. So Research Rabbit can actually give you all of this. You can leverage it after the end of the session. We also go to ChatPDF. ChatPDF is like, it's amazing. Like if you have a research paper and you don't want to read everything about that paper, you just want a summary of that paper, or you just want critical things from those papers, you can just go to ChatPDF. It is basically, I can see it is similar to ChatGPT. ChatGPT is when you ask a question and then the AI will go and search through the web and then provide the answer to that particular question. Where in ChatPDF, you upload a PDF, and at the end of the day, you ask whatever questions you want to ask that are pertinent to that particular PDF that you've uploaded. I think I got ChatPDF, yes, I think I opened the last time. So this is the research paper I uploaded. You can actually upload. It's also online, free. It's a free tool basically. You can actually add a PDF from this point. And then this, I just added a PDF, an overview of the present grade codes for integration of distributed generation. So you can just ask chat PDF, say summarize this work for me. So which work are you referring to? So you see, it is asking you, I'm sorry, but I need more information to provide a summary. Which work are you referring to? So you can say, I ask chat PDF because I ask this question, give me a summary of this paper. So I can say, I can still ask the same question, give me a summary of this paper. And it is loading. I don't know why it's this. Let me just try and upload. Let me just try and upload another paper. Let me see. Let me upload this paper and see. It is uploading. So the paper is uploading now. So this is a research paper. I can ask it again. This could give me a summary of this paper. You see, it's going to give you a summary of this particular paper. It is going to summarize this entire paper for you. This paper presents multiple blah 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 and all those stuff. So you can ask what model, what methodology was used in this paper. You can ask chat PDF. The methodology used in this paper involves the method based on that. So it can give you whatever answer that is pertinent towards this particular research paper. So also we have connected papers. It is similar to ResearchRabbit. You can actually go through also and then see Quillbot. It is very, very important. Like Quillbot help you to paraphrase. It helps you to paraphrase. Like for instance, you can just go to Quillbot. QILBOT. You can just search for keyboard paraphrasing tool, Quillbot AI. So this is Quillbot. I can get a text. I can actually copy a text from this book and then just tell Quillbot, please paraphrase it for me. Paraphrase this one for me. So Quillbot is going to paraphrase this text. So you see, this one, it says the text is intended to fully cover a 2-semester or 3-quarter course. Yeah, a 2-semester or 3-quarter course was new. So this is very, very important. It's a very paraphraser tool. It can also do a lot of stuff. You can actually go through it after and see how it works. We also have Grammarly. Grammarly is used for correcting your English. I think I have Grammarly installed on my Word document. So this guy, like I say, I am coming to school. I will just make that wrong statement. I am coming to school. It's wrong. So grammar is going to tell you that this statement is wrong. It is going to tell you. Let's just see. It takes a lot of takes time. Let's just see. I'm coming to school with you. Let's just see. Or maybe the text is small, but you can actually try it, and then whatever mistakes, grammatical mistakes that are there, it can correct you. It can basically correct you. We also have on Riddle. It's also a powerful AI tool. Rightful Trinker. Trinker is also a very powerful tool for. So basically, guys, these are some of the tools I think you can leverage on when writing your research. These are some of my references. Because of time, we don't have time. I think we've passed our time. We are targeting 12. Now we've gone beyond 12. So I think we can stop here. Then I want to thank all of you. Thank you. So I think we can go to Q&A. Thank you. Thank you very much. So Aminata, back to you. Is Aminata around? I'm not seeing Aminata.
Yeah, it's due to an internet issue. She abruptly left the call.
Okay.
My hand has been up for a while. I don't know. In the absence of a host, I just
I wasn't seeing it. You know, I was presenting, so I don't.
I know it's not your responsibility actually. It's the responsibility of the host to be checking who is ready to say something or have a word or two to say.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can go ahead if you want to say something now. I don't know.
Okay. Absolutely, Mr. Director. I must say I'm impressed with the presentation you've made so far. In my speech earlier on, I mentioned the importance of this learning and complementing your presentation. I think it has explained itself beyond all reasonable doubt, which every participant, for me, it's like you've already started doing the work you were supposed to be doing after this session.
Sure.
This is the research work that you've already done. In fact, you've exposed all of these tools that are required for any intelligent person who is part of this particular call can be able to take up responsibilities for his or her own research through what you just I consider to be a synopsis of what the Mans Academy will be providing. Nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, this is just a tip from the iceberg that you've seen. Be part of the Mans Academy and be ready to take your life to another level, globally competitive level. Thank you, Director Mans. I'm impressed with the presentation, and I think you're gonna make something very important and very fruitful from this initiative. Thank you. I just wanted to buttress that and compliment your efforts so far.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm seeing Abdul. Abdul, your hand is up. Do you have any question? Do you have anything to say?
Yeah, thank you very much, Director. It's not a question, but I don't want to toe the line of Mr. Kabia. I think for me, I've done several research courses, all those stuff, but this one, especially on the tool, I was so impressed. I've been using some of those tools, but the ones you actually brought up today, I was so impressed, and I'm sure I will dig into them and try to learn more about them because we learn by doing.
Sure.
I would like to thank you, and then I don't want to say I want to be a partner, but I will definitely work with um, um, Mass Academy
Sure.
in actually fulfilling my like aspiration, because I've worked in the I know you're an engineer from your presentation.
Sure.
I've worked in the engineering field professionally for the past 14 years. I'm a telecommunication engineer,
Okay.
but now I want to transition to academic,
Okay.
because having the professional and having the academic, of course, you can actually give more.
Sure.
And I want to actually give more on research. I will definitely need your support and the support of Mass Academy.
Sure.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, like you said, it is important that we share some of this knowledge because most of us went to Fairway College and other universities, we know how we struggle to do research. Research is not something you should be doing with depression. It is something you should be doing with pleasure, because there are a lot of tools that are available to help you out do your research um, in a more simple way. So thank God we are getting some of these informations, and we have, I can assure you, like our guest speaker said, we have loaded information. It's just like we just want to share this knowledge so that we can contribute as young people towards the development of Sierra Leone. Like, nobody will come and then make this country. It's all some of us that should step up and then make the difference. And I'm sure we are going to achieve that. Like you see, most of those tools, all of them in fact, although some the plans are different, you have the free plan and then you have the paid plan, but most of them they have free plans that you can go in for and then make very good use of. I have been using most of them, and I'm sure they will help you out. So any other session, I'm seeing Isheka. Do you have anything to say? No, he's not.
Isheka is enjoying the session with silence.
Yes. So I think we are bringing
Hello.
context. Yeah, Isheka.
Hello.
I was just asking.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't have much to say. The session was very much good. I've been also using some of these tools, but not many of them. But since you introduced them, then I will try to be using some of them to do my research. It's very much helpful.
Yes.
And I'm sure it will be helpful to every one of us to enable us to do a better research in our further studies. Thank you very much.
Thank you. So I think Aminata is back, and we can just go now to I think the final stage, which is the closing remarks. But before we do, Aminata, before you are going to do the closing remarks basically, and then let me just show. I think that should have been done by Channel Malik, but he's not around. So I just want to show you our next set of webinars, upcoming webinars that we are going to engage on. Let me just share my screen. Sorry. Yeah. So basically, this will be some of our upcoming webinars. On the 30th, we are going to have a webinar on power flow analysis. We are going to have an experienced educator that will come and then discuss this particular topic. And also on the 7th of October, the 30th will basically be on Saturday, this coming Saturday. And then the 7th of October will be the next Saturday, which is we are going to look at mini-grid design of solar photovoltaic systems. So this will be our upcoming webinars, God willing. They are all free. They are all free of cost, and people can join in, and then we'll prepare the flyers, and then we can share it to other people. As a start, I know it's gonna be tough. Like for Sierra Leone, it is normal that starting something is very, very tough. I know. Like, a lot of people registered, but they couldn't show up. So I don't even know why. You register for a session and then at the end of the day, you didn't show up. But that is understandable. That will not reduce an iota of our effort. We are going to continue pushing those that are ready to gain from this institution, again. Like I said in my presentation, this institution is a diverse institution where we are going to bring everybody on board. Everybody is going to be on board. We'll have diverse topics of discussions for people to really access. Now we are starting off with the free plans, and then maybe as we move along, we are going to request people to pay for some of these professional courses. So as a final word, I want to thank all of you for showing up, and I'm so happy that you stuck around till the end of these particular sessions. So there is much more to come at the end of the day, but for now I want to thank you, and then give the floor to Aminat and the other people so that they can say their final word. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Director. Sorry to everyone for, I think I was having issue with my network, and so basically I just want to express our gratitude and thanks to especially our participants and also to our speakers for this great session. Trust me, you will never regret this particular online webinars. So I hope and pray we all take into cognizance the importance of this webinar and this online program. So, on behalf of the team for Mans Academy, I would like to say thank you to everybody who, I know we are all busy, but we prioritize based on our career development. So, in that regard, I just want to say thanks to everybody.
Yeah, thank you. So see you all. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.